Good morning, Rotarians and Rotaractors and guests. Welcome, everybody. Each year, when we go to the International Assembly in Orlando in January, the next Rotary International president, who is Gord McAnally, will give us, as the incoming DGs, what the theme is for that Rotary year. But they won't tell us what that is until January. I tried to get it, but they won't give it to me. So I said, and they said, well, if we give it to you, how do we not give it to the other 536 other district governors coming in? So we don't know what that is yet. So I thought, okay, I'm going to start with my own theme. And then as we hear from RI President Gord McAnally, we'll incorporate what his theme is into our Rotary year. My theme right now is the realm of possibility. So here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to think back when you were a kid, when you were a child. Was this you? But I want you to think about this question. Think about, when did you stop believing and start believing? How's that for a conundrum early morning, Saturday morning question? When did you stop thinking and when did you start thinking? When did you stop believing that anything was possible? This was you with your cape on, right? Anything is possible. No one could tell you otherwise. But then something clicked, something happened. We don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know why. But then people said, no, that's not possible. And you believed them. Yeah, you're right, that's not possible. So we switched our mindset from anything that is possible to things that were not possible. Well, let's try to turn back the clock and go back to that time when anything was possible. So do you think that these ladies who run this sewing co-op in Belize ever thought that it was in the realm of possibility that they could set up this co-op and actually earn much needed income? Did they ever think that that was possible? Do you think this little girl ever thought it was possible that she would see the world through clear eyes again? Was that within her realm of possibility? Do you ever think that the parents of these kids would ever think it was in the realm of possibility that they would rush to school so that they could play on their new playground equipment? That wasn't within their realm of possibility. So we heard this all the time. That is so outside the realm of possibility. Mom and dad, school teachers, etc., guidance counselors, right? Heard it all the time. No, that's just beyond the realm of possibility. So I'd like to ask you to think about what was and then wasn't outside the realm of possibility for you. Think about that. Passing Math 30? Beyond the realm of possibility. Yeah, you did. How did that happen? Making the football team? No, I'm too small. I'm too slow. I'd never make the football team. And yet you did. Graduating? No, never happened. I'll never graduate. And yet somehow you did. Playing a musical instrument. I'd love to learn to play the guitar, the oboe. And maybe you did, because it wasn't beyond the realm of possibility. Learning a second language. How many people have learned a second language and said, there's no way I could ever learn a second language? And yet somehow they did. It was beyond the realm of possibility, and then it wasn't. That's the mindset I want you to think about as we go forward. I want to tell you a little bit about my realm of possibility story. Back in the late 2000s, I was asked to be chair of the Rotary Foundation, District Rotary Foundation Committee. And I went back and looked at that time, our average donations to the foundation were anywhere between 170 and 220,000 a year. It was kind of roughly the average up until that point in time. And I said, we can break the 300,000 barrier on the annual fund. And everybody said, not a chance, totally outside the realm of possibility. There's no way that we could break that number. Guess what? We did. And one of my favorite stories about that is there was a club in Edmonton that said, we're not giving anything in the foundation until we have an RI president from Canada. Well, guess what? Wilf Wilkinson became the RI president from Canada. So I went door knocking on that club and I said, okay, boys, time to kick up, time to step up. Your wish was granted. So now it's your turn to donate to the foundation. So we all have stories that are, we think, beyond the realm of possibility, and then we figure out a way that is actually within the realm of possibility. So what is within the realm of possibility? What I want you to do over the next little while is contemplate, and what I call this is strategic thinking. 3 goals for the 2023 Rotary year that you may have thought was beyond the realm of possibility, but may now be. Maybe we start with a satellite club. We've talked about that all the time. We could start a satellite club. Do an environmental project. Get your goals into Rotary Club Central before the start of the Rotary year. No way. Totally beyond the realm of possibility. Not a chance that we could ever do that. And we're going to brainstorm some ideas later this afternoon. So at Rotary, we love acronyms. Don't we? We love acronyms. Don't we have to explain to people, what? What was that? Because we like to use acronyms. Here's an acronym. Does anybody know what a BHAG is? Big, hairy, audacious goals. Well, we're going to set some big, hairy, audacious goals. That's what we're going to do. Here's a great quote from James Cameron. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everybody else's successes. Not a bad way to look at the world, is it? Right? Set those big, hairy, audacious goals. And even if you get 80% of them, wow, way better than you were if you didn't set that big, hairy, audacious goal. So I have 3 BHAGs within the realm of possibility. Now, as I present these to you, you're going to go, nah, no way, no way, completely beyond the realm of possibility. And I propose to you that it is not beyond the realm of possibility. I believe it is within the realm of possibility. Foundation goals, membership goals, public image goals. The 3 most important things in the Rotary world fall into these 3 categories: membership goals, foundation goals, and public image goals. So let me show you what those look like. Here's another acronym that you may not have seen before. Anybody recognize that one? SREY? I'm not sure I've ever seen that one before. Doesn't it stand for some Rotarians every year? I thought that it was every Rotarian every year. So can we not have a SREY and have an EREY? But I think that that acronym needs to change as well. I think it should be ER and REY. Anybody want to guess what that stands for? Every Rotarian and every Rotaractor every year. Right? Is that such a ridiculous goal? 100%. Think about this. 100% of every Rotarian and every Rotaractor contributing a minimum of 40 Canadian dollars to the foundation. Now, the qualification, the criteria for the every Rotarian every year recognition is $25 US. Well, with the exchange rate going up and down, if we said Canadian 40, it might be a little bit more than US 25, it might be a little bit less. So let's go with 40 Canadian dollars, right? 2 $20 bills a year. A year. If you gave $5 a month, you're plus 20 bucks. That's $3.33 a month. I think that's doable. I think that's within the realm of possibility. Let me show you what this looks like. On the left here, these are our potential donors. These are the people that have the possibility of donating to the club. And the one on the right is our actual donors. Isn't that ridiculous? Look at that chart. These are the people that actually give to the foundation, and these are the people that could give to the foundation. 40%. 640 people out of 1,600 Rotarians donate. Now, those that do donate very generously. $515 per person. That's beautiful. That's great, generous giving from those people that give to the foundation. But if those same 40% continue to give their $515 and the other 60%, so that's 960 Rotarians and 1,144 Rotaractors, if they each donated $40 a year to the foundation, that would be an additional $85,000 a year to the foundation, to the Rotary Foundation. That's a staggering number. So let me just make sure I got this right. If I gave $40, we added an additional $85,000 to the foundation, and my contribution was $40. That's pretty impressive. Now let's take that over a timeline. Over 10 years, that would calculate to over $1 million from our district to the foundation, and your contribution would be $400. If you gave $400 over 10 years, the money we would give to the foundation over that time would be close to $1 million. That's leverage. And your contribution is $400. Wow, I think that's doable. Do you think that's doable? Is that within the realm of possibility? Jennifer Jones's theme is Imagine Rotary. How about this? Can you imagine if District 5370 went to the podium to receive the district with the highest level of contribution at 100%, the only district in the entire Rotary world of 546 other districts? I think that's within the realm of possibility. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? If we were the club that was standing, or the district that was standing up there getting that award? So far, you know who doesn't believe this is possible? Rotary International. They'd like us to hit 50%. And I say, forget that. We're going for 100%. If we're going to set a goal, let's set a big, hairy, audacious goal. Now, what if we don't? What if we get 80%? Wow, we just doubled it. If we only ever got to 80%, how incredible is that? So, are you with me? Can you all give $40 a year, at least? And for those who can give more, thank you and please do. We have a lot of people in this room who are Paul Harris Society Fellows who give generously to the foundation, but let's get everybody involved. So when we come and do our club visits, that's one of the topics we're going to talk about, is making sure everybody can participate. Look at that graph. Look what that looks like over 10 years of giving to the foundation. That's incredible. That's staggering what we can do if we put our minds to it. My second BHAG is membership. I think we could easily do 36 new members in the years 23, 24. That's not a difficult number to do. So let's do the math. And my other goal is attrition rate of less than 10%. And that's making sure we keep our current members engaged, excited, participating, ramping up our service projects again so that we keep those members engaged. So 36 new members in that year, that works out to about 0.6 per club. Do you want the top half, the bottom half, the left side, or the right side? Half a member per club. Do you think that's doable? Do you think that is within the realm of possibility? I think so. I think it is. So if every club brought one new member, that's 60 members. That's staggering. We've never hit new members at 60 for a long time. And if we can keep that attrition rate down below 10%, we reverse that curve and we start coming out. We stop the decline and start back to the incline of the membership curve with Rotary. So do you think that is within the realm of possibility to get 36 new members in the next Rotary year? Are you with me on that? Is that doable? Okay, we're going to work on that. We're going to talk about that. Here's some things you could do. If we start 3 satellite clubs of 12 members each, we've reached our 36 members just like that. We've been talking about satellite clubs, impact clubs, whatever name you want to give them. We've been talking about it for a long time. They're easy. They're less restrictive or structured as a regular Rotary club. They don't have to have meetings. They don't have meals. They just do service projects. We talk about doing ones that have a specific cause. Maybe it's a social justice cause. Maybe it's an LGBTQ cause. Whatever it might be, you can start satellite clubs that focus on those things. Rotaractors who may be graduating beyond, maybe they can be starting some satellite clubs. So if we started 3 in our district with 12 people each, there's your 36 number just like that. My third is public image. And I want to raise the awareness of Rotary, not to Rotarians, but to an external audience. To those people who are not Rotarians, and you've had it happen to you, people stop you on the street and say, "What's Rotary?" Well, I think that's the wrong question. I think the right question is, who is Rotary? Rotary is you. Rotary is your neighbor. Rotary is the person of the street. Rotary is the person you work with. So answer the question, who's Rotary? We're people of action, right? We take on the biggest challenges in the world and we improve our communities. So we need to raise the bar of awareness to external audiences about who Rotary is, less so about what Rotary is. So I've got some ideas in mind that I want to do with that. We do have a YouTube channel, doesn't get used very often. So we're going to ramp up the use of our YouTube channel. This presentation is going to be on YouTube so that non-Rotarians can also see and hear and learn about what we do as Rotarians and the work that we take on. So that's one thing we're going to work on and really bump that up a lot. Second thing is weekly blogs on LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn a lot from a work perspective. Well, now I'm going to use it for Rotary. And weekly, going to start telling people about who is Rotary, what are we doing? Have some great stories about the different projects that we're working on to raise the bar of awareness to non-Rotarians about who we are. I have a great story to tell. We're about to induct a new member into my Rotary Club. I was at a different function and we just happened to talk. There was three of us standing around. We were all Rotarians and there was another person there talking and she said, "Well, what's Rotary?" The door was open. Open the floodgates, look out, step back, here comes the tsunami. And so we started talking and she said, "Well, don't you have to be a male?" No, but that's the myth that we live with, right? Well, what are the qualifications to be a Rotarian? We all kind of laughed at each other and went, "The condensation test, if you fog up the mirror, you're in." But these are the perceptions that we live with and deal with, that people think that Rotary is something that it's not. And we have to undo those myths and get out there and talk more about who is Rotary and what we do and what our accomplishments are and the great stories and the way we help communities, both locally and around the world. So we got to get those stories out to tell people more about who Rotary is and what we're all about. I want to set up a podcast. Podcasts are the latest, greatest. I mean, they've been going on for years. We have one member in our Rotary Club who does podcasts, and I can't remember the number, but it's in the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of listeners all around the world every week. He just has a podcast. Well, it's not hard. You need a microphone. It's not that hard. So we're going to look at creating a podcast and getting that out so people can, again, start to hear stories about Rotary, interviewing Rotarians from all around the world on different projects that we're working on, the power of the microphone. So those are some things that I'm working on as far as our public image. So what I want to do in the afternoon for our breakouts is I want you to contemplate 3 goals for the 2023-24 Rotary year that you might have originally thought was beyond the realm of possibility, but now may be. And think about those 3 areas that we talked about. Now, I want to make sure that I'm clear. I'm not asking you to set your goals today. I'm asking you to start thinking about, planting the seed, brainstorming, talking about what if. That's what I'm looking for. Just brainstorming, talking about it, thinking about it, moving yourself out of that box that forget it. That's totally impossible to now, you know what? We probably could do that. We might be able to do that. We could set that goal. So that's what I'm asking you to do as you go through our breakouts in the afternoon. So we're going to take a break and we're going to ask people to just refill your coffee, visit the booth, House of Friendship. We'll come back in about 15, 20 minutes and Mark will tell us all about membership. So thanks for your time and attention and enjoy the day. Well, thank you everybody for visiting the booths around the perimeter of the room. These folks gave up a lot of time and energy in setting this up so that you could come and see all the great work that they're doing. So thank you for that. I want to introduce you to a Rotaractor from the MacEwan University Rotaract Club, Jeremy Farrell. Jeremy, stand up. I'm singling out Jeremy because he just gave us $40 for the foundation. So if a starving university student can give us $40, so can you. What we've decided to do, thanks to Jeremy's initiative, over where Deneen is sitting, we've got a little sign-up sheet there. So Rotaractors, Rotarians, if you want to get us some donations to the foundation, we'll get a list down and we'll figure out. We're not going to let mechanics get in the way of stopping this. We'll figure out a way to get you into the system and get that money registered to the foundation. So thank you very much.